Cheers!
Okay.
So refreshing. It's an amazing drink. I can't even imagine one day without my kombucha. I have to say, I'm travel with kombucha. And if it's hurricane season and we have to evacuate, I'm evacuating with my mother, with my SCOBY. Super refreshing. It's so yummy. And so much cheaper and better to make yourself. I cannot understand people who buy it. It's small bottle, $5, and you have to search and read and look. The one is not pasteurized because most product actually is not raw. So better do yourself. Here's what you need to have actually. One important ingredient, SCOBY. If you don't have one, ask your friends around. I'm sure they have. Or leave comments below. If you want, I can ship to you. Also, you can buy online, and I will link below all sources where you can purchase. And it's easy to carry. It's easy. Come in some kind of Ziploc bag I bought years ago, and with all instructions. And all you need just inspiration, which is what I'm giving you today, to make from scratch your own kombucha. This beverage is so easy to make. Fundamental what you need, those three ingredients: tea, SCOBY, and sugar. So I'm using raw organic cane sugar. I like this sugar, I've been using for many years. Tea, you can use black or green. I have green, plain green, and black tea. I have some favorite teas, and I will leave in the description below, but any green tea or black tea or even white tea, if you want reduced caffeine content, white tea will be a great option as well. And try to re-rotate, try to not do the same tea all the time. The green tea and black tea, I think the strongest kombucha will give you. But switch. Sometimes I do rose hip, but not too often, because it boosts the energy to feed kombucha. You need black and green tea. Another thing you can do, you can mix together 2-3 teas. Why not? Or you can use even tea bags. Stay away from Earl Grey because it has bergamot, and that's an oil, and that will it's antibacterial, natural, and you don't want to kill any bacteria, because SCOBY, it is bacteria and yeast. Yeast, that's what gives us fuzziness. That's actually after second fermentation, you see how fizzy. Sometimes it's full explosion. So that beautiful yeast production, you need sugar. You need to feed yeast, right? If your water has a lots of chlorine or any chlorine, stay away from that water and use spring water for the best flavor, and actually for the health benefit. Chlorine water is not good for kombucha. And to that, 1 cup of sugar. Sounds like a lot, but trust me, it's not. And about 2 tablespoons of loose tea, or 7 to 8 tea bags of tea. Depends what kind of tea. It's hard to say. You want stronger, you want lighter, or every tea company is different. So whoever give you a recipe said use this amount, they are not honest with you, because there isn't equal the same tea, just like everything else. More likely you will start using jar, something like this, and it's perfect 1 gallon jar, right? Perfect size, and we just use 12 cups of water, which is 1 gallon, right? But in my family, we drink so much, and I give away to people. We just love kombucha. I make much bigger, giant giant jar. So I will double my recipe, but you keep as the same proportion, 2 tablespoons of tea, 1 cup of sugar, and 12 cups of water, but then double. I like to bring to boil and then cool down. And to cool down, it's many methods. You can just simply wait, which is not a bad idea. Sometimes I do that. You can put in a fridge when it's not extremely hot, cool down, or you can stick a thick entire pot in an ice bath. That's another way. What I'm going to do, I've been short on on the last 4 cups of water, and I'm going to add as an ice. So that way I'm cooled down and I have the same 12 cups of water. That's how I like to do, just to speed up process. But we all like to drink kombucha plain, but it's more special when you have this fuzziness, when you have that more sparkling kind of water, beverage. And that's what gives yeast. And yeast, if you come and see close, that's what is hanging on bottom. You see on the bottom like a strain. Let me show you. This is SCOBY, the mother. Oops. But the yeast, they kind of like it's hard to see. If in the water, you see it's like a strips. They hanging. You see like little thing, and sometimes it's getting too much, and you have to. You see they kind of like a little wires around. And once a while, which is mean around every 6 months, I take everything out and I wash entire this big jar, and I wash everything. Divide my SCOBY, because you don't need, it gets so thick, you don't need, you can give to your friends or really to anybody who wants make kombucha. I like to give to my chickens sometimes, or collect and make kombucha hotel. And I like to do it in the fall when I make apple cider or apple vinegar, and it's wonderful to have this extra SCOBYs. So it's sweet, strong, and extremely hot. So to that, I'm going to add 4 cups of ice. Here we go. That will speed up process, and we have perfect amount. I always do that way. I forgot to mention, this very important to cover always with kitchen towels. Number 1 reason, you want to protect from flies, any flies or fruit flies. They can get through even cheesecloth. So don't even think about cheesecloth. It has to be cloth, not plastic, because it has to be breathed. This alive. This is a live fungus, but you do not want cover. It has to be breathed, and also very important to keep clean, somewhere where it's not dusty, and room temperature. The ideal temperature for fermentation anywhere between 73 to 84, and the warmer it is, the faster you will get ferment your kombucha. Also, it's important to how big your kombucha. So the thicker it is, the faster it will ferment. It's so hard to be consistent. It is possible if you buy special tools to control your temperature, and I know some people do, special who sell kombucha. I'm not interested about that. Or special ring to warm up your jar if it's in winter and if your house cooler than 73. Everything above 84 can kill kombucha. Everything under 73 is not working. So it's important temperature. In our house it's always warm, of course, so I don't have to do any of those. All you need, just keep nice and clean, and when it's after 4 days after you make, like this I made a week ago, you start taste how you like. I usually start testing. This is ready. So you want kind of like taste like a apple cider, but with little sparkling, with little carbonation. That's all you want. But depends on your taste. It starts to change bacteria. It always has just different combination of microorganisms. It doesn't mean if it's not ripe enough, it doesn't have good bacteria. It does. It always does. It just every day just different combination, and it's amazing drink. It has so good, amazing health benefits. So what you need, just some kind of bottle called beer bottle, and if you want, do second fermentation. If you don't, you can bottle in any bottles. You can do in mason jar and keep in the fridge. But for second fermentation, it's the fun part begins. You can add any flavor you wish. And I don't know what I don't like. And I don't know what I didn't try. I make more than 10 years. I think I tried pretty much anything. From flowers, herbs, jams, and anything. When anything what gives sugar, anything what can feed yeast, it just gives wow. But lately I'm in love with this cherry concentrate. It's a very tart cherry. It's a pure, 100% without anything added, and it's very thick. It's so good. You don't need to add a lot. If you add regular tart cherry juice, I would say 1 cup to this bottle. 1 cup. I just give like 2 tablespoons. That's all. And that's all I needed. A little bit more. But it's important to leave a little bit room, because it needs room to expand later on when you open. So now it's ready. It will sit room temperature. Okay, already fuzzy. Will sit room temperature 24 hours, up to 48 hours, sometimes in between. When you get chance, you move in the fridge, and then you have what I have here, ready to drink. Cherry flavor pineapple. It's very nice as well, and I will do some with pineapple as well. It's another my favorite. Actually, my husband's favorite. He likes pineapple kombucha with coconut rum. It's wonderful. Last summer, I published some spirits with kombucha, some nice refreshing drinks for your next pool party. I will link below in description that recipe. It's very important to not use very hot liquid when you pour to your SCOBY, because it will die. You don't want to kill with hot. So room temperature, slightly warm, it's okay. If you use fruit, and I think we can make one with fruit. Fruit has bacteria on the surface, and that gives more boost. So the kombucha will be speed up process of second fermentation, and will be even more bubbling. Will be explosion. So be careful. Cherry, and next we'll make pineapple. Did you know pineapple has natural bacteria on their surface, and it's wonderful to ferment as it is on its own, without any SCOBY, without any starter. And it's in Mexican culture, they call tepache this drink, and I make sometimes. It's a fuzzy, it's a delicious, again, very good with pineapple, with coconut rum as well. So do not get rid of it, any skin. Save skin for another purpose. And pour. And for kombucha, you just chopped very fine. And the sugar, fructose, in a fruit will feed the yeast about 1-2 tablespoons. Try to capture all juice and all flavor of pineapple. And to this particular kombucha, I like to add a little bit of sugar, just tiny bit. It helps speed up to make better carbonation, but it's absolutely unnecessary. Like half teaspoon or so, just very little. Very little. Oh yeah. The only problem with fruit, you have to strain afterwards. So that's the only kind of annoying thing. And now the last one we will make today is ginger and lemon and honey. In the same procedure, you need to chop your ginger very fine. And I'm not even going to bother to peel. I washed, no need to peel. Wasting time. The combination of flavors, different kind, it's so amazing. Another my favorite, basil and strawberry. Unfortunately, I don't have basil at the moment. That's a good one. I like lime, chili, mango. It's a good one too. It's so many different kinds. I think kombucha is something what you can find flavor-wise for everyone. Plus, you can control how sweet it is. If someone don't like vinegar flavor, add more sugar when you're doing second fermentation, like I just add to pineapple, or reduce fermentation time. So it will be, the more it sits, the sour it gets. So it's in your hands. You can control and find your favorite flavor, your favorite method of doing, and don't worry, is not wrong or right. Ginger. Juice of half lemon I will use for. And some honey. Oh, this will be good. It's my favorite, by the way. During flu season, I think ginger kombucha is my go-for thing to do. I just absolutely love it. Oops. And honey. Raw, local, good quality honey. Actually, for ginger, lemon, and honey, I prefer actually green tea kombucha. It's even, I think, better. When I make white tea, I try to stick with some flower flavor, like hibiscus or some lavender. I like other herbs. It just, I think it flows better flavor. But black tea, it's more of a strong fruity kombucha, such a tart cherry, orange, peach. It's another thing. The combination is endless. Here we go, second fermentation, and tomorrow I will have ready to go, just like we see this one. After we make second fermentation, now back to my mother. Needs to refill with tea. Actually, can sit like this, cover with tea, kitchen towels for a couple of days, and it's not a problem. And if you're going to receive in a mail, it probably will come like this with little bit as starter. Starter is actually that brew tea with left little bit on the bottom, and it's fine. It's probably 2-3 cups left, but I have a big jar. You usually receive 1 cup of small SCOBY. So to that, now we're going to add freshly brewed and chilled out very fast with my ice tea. And I like to sieve just in case, because loose tea, I tend to have little swimming tea on the top. It's no matter how I try, it will get inside. So I like to sieve just in case. Here you go. Now, bye-bye. ready for the next week to sit and wait for me to do bottling and do my next project on second fermentation. I don't know what the flavor next one will be, but it's always exciting. I hope this video will encourage you to make kombucha at home and not to buy. Save your time, save your money. If you make yourself, you can control ingredients and quality, of course. Give me a like if you like, leave me comments, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Bye. See you next time.